That should be that. Uh, I actually do hope that's working. In my AirPods. Because I need to judge the audio. Because I don't know if my fan's too loud. The fan's fine, so it means I'm not actually gonna just pass away, because that would not have been. Why has it not got the? Imagine I've set a thumbnail for this stream and it's just not, and it's just decided no, we're not doing that. So you love that, you really do. So now I'm gonna have to just manually. I don't know how this works. Well, I'm actually like such an unks. Like, why do I not know what's going on? Like, I just set the thumbnail. Why is it not working? Oh, right. Oh shit. Oh shit. I got it. I think I got it. Oh, I did get it. Nah, that's beast. And then I know there's a way to get chat up here, and I actually can't remember how I do it. Why do I do this every time I stream? I always forget, like, how do I always forget how to do this? I think it's in here. Oh. Wait, what's going on then? No, there we are. That's why we're having an issue. There we are. Oh, look at that, just like that, I got everything working. No. There we are. Just like that. Just like that. Now if I go get that one up, and then this one as well. And then I need to get Twitter up. Why is it always signing me out? This is so frustrating. Let me move my mic up a little real quick. There's that one. And then I'm actually such an uncle. Like, I don't know how to do any of this. Yeah. It's based. What's that? Boom, that should all be working. I say that, it's definitely not all working. Man, it's still so weird not having any hair. I might need to get a cap. I need to get the cap back out. It's just like all of this, so it's all in like an optimal area. There we go. Boom. I think I'm going to keep Twitter up actually well before the game kicks off. It's probably the best decision. Never mind. It doesn't want to work on my desktop. Now you gotta rate the overlay that I made in literally like 2 minutes. It literally spent me like 2 minutes to make, because I was meant to make one the other day and I came home from work and I instantly fell asleep, so I made it this morning and I was like, yeah, that'll do. For the next time I do this, am I gonna have a better one? Probably not. It'll probably be this exact same one with just a different team, obviously in the away section. It's one of those. My graphic design skills are not what they once used to be. Right. Yeah. Is there a way? Can you actually? I don't know what that does. This is where my stream crashes, because I mess around with settings in OBS that I actually don't know what they do. It's one of those. It's gotten to that point. What is this? Okay. Yeah. I feel like if I... Is there a way I can play the audio without my computer picking it up and me not having to wear my big headphones? Because they make the size of my head look so much worse. So we will not be wearing those, because it's just not happening. Right, that's not good. That's also not good. I just do that? Oh, that's base. I didn't even know I could do it. Wait, can I do it on the other side? I was to like, can I like wedge it on this side? Oh, man, I didn't even know you could do that. Nah, I'm learning new stuff every day. No, that's the wrong side. I want it on this side. Oh my god. Yeah, if I do that there, then I do. Oh no. What these? This is awful. And I do that like there. Why is it not letting me? So a minute ago. So does that one have to go on that side? And then if I go like that, and grab that one, and I put this one on this side. What is going on? This is one of the worst applications I've ever used. This whole streaming malarkey is not for me. Oh yeah, there. So that goes there. No. Okay. Okay, that kind of works. It said I prefer them to be on the other side, but for some reason it's not letting me put them. It's not letting me put them on the other side, and that's really frustrating me. Not like you know anything that I'm talking about, because it's all behind the scenes, and you can't actually see any of it, but it's really frustrating me. Just that crease in the middle. That didn't even fix it. Well, that's great. That's beautiful. That's just fantastic. So we're just 16 minutes away from kickoff. Am I hopeful for the game? I mean, like, I want to say yeah, but like, I was hopeful last time we played Juventus, and that was actually one of the worst viewing experiences of my entire life. Like, I do not think there is anything worse than that match. Oh wait, I forgot there's a story thing on. Yeah, if I do that, I don't even know what music it is used for that. These apps confuse me, man. Why did I choose to do this social media stuff? Because all of these apps actually just fry my brain. I don't know how any of them work. They're all really confusing. Like, I set up my Instagram account, and mate, I did not have a Scooby about what was going on there. Like, I had not a clue. I had to Google how to upload a reel. Like, I'm onks, man. I'm onks. I had to Google how to upload an Instagram reel. You've got to deep how bad that is. I had to Google how to upload an Instagram reel. It's the same with TikTok. I had to, like, when I started my TikTok, I had to, like, Google how to use TikTok. And I don't mean, like, I looked up, like, a guide on how to be efficient on TikTok. I had to look up a video on how to just use TikTok full stop. Like, that's how... I was about to say that's how old I am. I'm not even, like, that old. It's just... I don't know, man. Like, the last, like... Yeah, now when TikTok came about, I told myself I was never ever going to use it. And now here I am on TikTok, on YouTube and on Instagram. Like, I just wanted to be a YouTuber. That's all I wanted to do. As a kid, I just wanted to be a YouTuber. There was none of this TikTok nonsense. There was Vine, but I didn't bro, I was never on Vine. I never even installed Vine. Like, that just sort of content did not interest me. I didn't really find it that funny. I didn't have an interest in making that. And I know that obviously there are people that make bank off of Vine. So maybe in reality I should have been on Vine, but nah, YouTube was more my thing, and I always wanted to be a YouTuber, and that's kind of how I ended up here. Like, I didn't want to be a streamer. I don't like going live. I don't like doing live streams, but I think it's like important because like I want there to be more personality to my content, and I feel like sometimes that's very difficult to do when I'm covering some of the stories that I'm covering, because it's very difficult, I think, for me to interject my personality into what I'm saying without it coming off as not very meaningful, if that makes sense. Like, I want it to be informative, and I feel like if I'm showing my like true personality, it's not as informative as it like probably could, should, or would be otherwise. So it's like I just need to find a balance, but as of right now, I haven't really found that balance. But mate, we're still 12 minutes away from kickoff. This is long. I think it probably doesn't help that I'm not anxious before kickoff, like I usually am. Like, that's usually like, mate, I'm sat there anxiety ridden before kickoff, and time's just fucking going past like that. Like, you know, 1 minute I've just woken up and I'm dreading the game, and then just like that, mate, the game's kicking off and I'm dreading it. But here we are. Let me quickly check and make sure everything is still running. No, never mind. My computer has died. I did have a power cut earlier. I am very much hoping that does not happen again, because that would be horrific. Unless City go 2-0 down, I do not want to have another power cut. But if we go 2 or more goals down, then mate, the grid can cut me off. You know, they can cut me off the grid all they want. Like, you know what I mean? Because I know what I mean. Yeah, let me just. Oh man. Imagine I could actually type. Imagine I actually knew how to type. Imagine how good my life would be if I actually knew how to type, ladies and gentlemen. Done. Yeah. Is that like if I shared it everywhere it needs to be? I've just seen the craziest tweet of all time. Like, I don't even want to repeat what I've just seen in this tweet, but it's actually one of the most unhinged things I've ever seen, like, typed out. And it has made me... It's ruined my day. What I have just read has ruined my day. Nah, that's ruined my day. I need to get that off of my screen. That has ruined my day. Bro, they're what? Twitter Premium Plus is charging you £30 a month. There are people paying £30 a month. One moment. No, wait. One moment. There are people paying £30 a month for Twitter. That is basically, that's less than all of the streaming services I'm subscribed like to combined. That is outrageous. £365 annually. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's nuts. That's nuts. That's nuts. Are you even making a return on investment on that? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't have tweets monetized. I'm not monetized on anything. But, like, are you even making a return on investment in that? Because when I see people share their Twitter earnings, it's not that much. So, what benefit do you get for paying £30 a month for Twitter? Like, are you making... Is that making you bread or not? Because it can't be. I refuse to believe that you're making a return on investment in that. That's... Nah, people... Nah, that's crazy, man. Like, I've wasted a fair bit of money. I've wasted a fair bit of money on my time, but £30 on Twitter is crazy business. Crazy business. Crazy, crazy business. That's outrageous business. That is outrageous business. To be fair, I could go live. I could go live on TikTok as well, but I feel like I'd get distracted reading two chats. If I go live on TikTok as well, is that even going to be like... But I don't know, man. Like, how do people do this? Like, people do this every single day. Nah, this streaming stuff is nuts. How do people sit here and do this every single day? And they're streaming to like multiple platforms, and I'm just like, bro, I don't have the energy to do that. I may not have the energy to do that, man. Like, do you know what I mean? It's mental. The players are coming out now. We're like, what? 6 minutes away from kickoff. If I lean back in my chair like this, it makes me look hella short. If I sit up, it's not actually much better, because if I lean back on this chair, it leans me back anyway. So if I sit up straight without any back support, I'm slouched. But if I sit up straight without back support, it's just gonna hurt. So it's a lose-lose situation, really. Like, if I sit like this and my back doesn't hurt, I'm gonna get accused of being 5'7", and if I sit like this, I'll probably still get accused of being 5'7", and my back will hurt. So you know what? We will slouch back. But I think I'll just get like a tad bit closer to the what you call it, the camera, the webcam. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Rodri, big up Rodri. I'm so glad Rodri's going to be back for this season. Like, if I had to deal with another season of no Rodri, I actually think that would send me over the edge. Definitely send me. I'm gonna promo this in the boys group chat actually. I don't actually to get it. Oh, I've just like tabbed back onto the game, and the first thing I saw was Bernardo Silva. That's just how you know it's a good start. That's a good start to my day. But come on, City. Oh. If we win this, do we come up against Madrid, or is if we lose, we come up against Madrid? I'm not really too sure on how the table's been working. You know, not gonna lie. The only Club World Cup I've watched one Club World Cup game, and that's been the first City game. That's it. Like I actually have no interest in watching this competition. I just want to watch City. And if we didn't make new signings, I probably would have not watched this competition. But I've wanted to see Aït-Nouri, Reinders, Cherchi all play for City. Rodri back again. Like, I want to see how we're going to be looking next season. And obviously Oscar Bob's back. But like, if it wasn't for all of that, like, I'm not. Am I actually watching this competition? No, because it's so pointless. It's so pointless. Like, yeah, there's a decent chunk of what is it? Of prize money, but at the same time, like, it's so pointless. And this is definitely going to result. There's definitely going to be a key player for one of the teams that gets a heavy injury in this competition. Not that we want that to happen, of course. Like, that would be a net negative, and we do not want that to happen. But like, that is just my prediction. Like, by the end of this tournament, one of the big stars is going to be out injured because of this tournament. Oh man, Bernardo wearing that armband is actually like a crime against football. Like, it really is a crime against football. I don't care what anyone has to say on the matter. It's a crime against football. Nobody wants to be seeing Bernard Silva with a with the armband on. Why is it not letting me? Okay, we're having a bit of an issue. No wait, that's in here, isn't it? Oh man, I'm trying to. All right, this is about to be a disaster. This is about to be a disaster. Okay. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because I just now need to go up in here. Oh. Okay. It's not going to be a disaster. I fixed it. I know what I'm doing. Lads. This is not actually going to be the disaster that I thought it was going to be. I've got everything working, I think. Anyway. Bro, can they hurry up and kick off, bro? Like, it's 1 minute before kickoff, and I'm seeing an ad on my screen. Like, I just want to watch the football and then go to bed. That's all I want. Like, I just want to live a simple life. But I'm being inconvenienced. Like, it's 8 o'clock right now, and I'm still watching an ad. Yeah, but I've still got an ad on my screen. It's about to go 8:01 and there is still an advert on my screen. This is quality, man. This is what we signed up for. All right, now here we go. There's Bernard Silva. Don't worry, okay. It is 8:01 and the game's not kicked off, but there is no longer an ad on my screen. The last time I did a watch along was for like when we beat Spurs 1-0. That was actually time ago, and that was on TikTok. That wasn't even on YouTube. But TikTok chat kind of scares me, so I stopped using it. Bro, the clock's now not working. Nah. Watch me now miss a goal because the clock's decided not to work. Nah, the clock's not working. What's going on? Are you seeing this? Well, no, you're not seeing it because funnily enough, the clock's not working. No way. No way. There we go. There we go. We're a good 30 seconds behind. But there we go. The clock decided it wanted to work eventually. Now I can actually focus on the football. And as soon as I start focusing on the football, I see a Kanji on the ball. So the game's already ruined. That's a great start. Rodri. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of these socks. Why would, like, these black socks aren't it? These black socks aren't it? Like, could we have not wore blue ones? Like, I don't know. This kit's not hitting to me. I can't lie. But we got Savinho on the ball now. Okay. Savinho and Nunez with the most lethal link up I think I've seen in a long time. That was dreadful. That was we don't like to see that. We do not like to see that. We do not like to see that. So Juventus have the ball now. No, they don't. What they do is still their throw-in, but this, from the first like minute and a half that I've watched, there is the potential for this to be a very long evening. And I'm doing a watch long as well. So if the game pisses me off that much, I can't even turn it off. That's actually peak. But we've got Bernardo Silva on the ball, and of course he passes backwards. He passes to a Kanji. He then passes to, I think that's Rodri. That looks like Rodri. Yeah, he's Rodri. I wasn't too sure if that was Reinders or Rodri, but it was Rodri. Got a Kanji again. Finds Aït-Nouri. I just lost sight of the ball because an ad popped up on my screen, because that's just exactly what you want to hear. Now you got Rodri on the ball again. Passes to Diaz. He's probably going to pass back to Rodri. How did I know? Rodri back to Diaz. The Juventus press isn't even that intense, and we look completely lackluster of ideas. But it was a good pass from Akanji to Rodri. Like, it wasn't bad. But yeah, no, I just wish he wasn't playing. Like my only two issues with the squad are Akanji starting over Vardio or Ake or even Kusanov, and Bernardo Silva starting over Foden. But obviously Bernardo's our captain, so he's going to start a stupid amount of games. Speaking of Bernardo, he's on the ball now. Finds Nunez, crosses it into Marmouche. It drops for Reinders. He tries to find Doku, plays a bit heavy, but Doku does have the ball. And now it's Aït-Nouri. Go on, Aït-Nouri, lad. Get the cross in. Oh, Bernardo Silva. Bernardo again. Oh, Bernardo almost scored. That would have been rough, because I was literally just like slagging him off like a minute ago, and then he almost just scored. There's beautiful work by Aït-Nouri down the left side. It was a good header by Bernardo Silva, good save by the keeper, and then the second shot was blocked. And I think went out for a corner. I'm not too sure where the last touch came off of. I guess I'm gonna see now, or it was a goal kick. It was a goal kick, or it was offside. It was something, right? I don't know. I don't have commentary on, so I can't actually hear what's going on. The main thing I'm like kind of interested in seeing in this game, is obviously I watched the Casablanca game. I didn't watch the last game. Was like how we defend in transition, because against Casablanca we were quite open in transition, and it wasn't great at periods of time. And that's something we've always kind of struggled with, is being caught in transition, being hit on the counter attack, conceding our first shot on target. And that's something I just want to see us improve on this season. Are we going to improve on it? Probably not, because do we ever improve on it? Like, no, like it's been a problem basically the whole time since Pep's been here. So like I'm not very optimistic to like that issue being solved. But nonetheless, like, you know, you can only dream, really. I kind of wish Rico wasn't suspended, man. Like I really want him to have a breakout year, and I actually thought he was playing very well up until his red card. And I thought his red card was like, he was very unlucky to get sent off. Like, he should have been sent off because of where his studs hit the player, but like he was unlucky. He was unlucky for it to end up like that, like to end up in that situation. Oh no, this is embarrassing. All right, nice. Rodri back to Edison. Does he hit that out for a fry? And he's hit that out for a fry. So we still look a bit scared. And very uncomposed under pressure at the back, which I do not like. I think that was one of the worst points of last season. Something that like I haven't really seen from City that much under Pep, just other than probably in the first season, was we were so easy to press and like unnerve at the back, and it wasn't great. It wasn't great. But yeah, obviously we're both level on points. Coming into this game. We're level on points now, obviously on 7 points because we're both drawing. But you know, it'd be nice to win the group. Whether that means I have to watch us play Real Madrid again, which I actually there's nothing. Oh my God, Edison, what's going on? Oh. Yeah, this is a other than that Bernardo Silva chance. This is a long day. This is a long day. We just do not look like we have any composure, like in us at all. Everyone looks nervous. You know, everyone looks shaky. Like we're playing in like a glorified pre-season tournament, and all of our players look really shaky, which I'm not a huge fan of. If I'm honest, like if we're gonna look shaky in against a big team, if we're gonna look shaky against a big team in a pre-season friendly competition, basically, how are we gonna face in the Premier League? So you know, I hope we can grow into this game, but you know, like I'm not like overly confident on that being the case. But you know, I'm happy to be proven wrong, and I do hope I'm proven wrong. But from what I've seen at the start of this game, it's very reminiscent of a lot of games we played last season, which you know is not ideal. But I will refrain from trying to blame as much of the mishaps in this game as possible on Bernardo and Akanji. I will try to be like a changed man and not scapegoat those two, but if it happens, it happens. That's a brilliant ball by Edison onto Marmoush. Marmoush controls it, cuts back, finds Savinho. Savinho controls the ball, finds Doku. Doku shimmies. Back to Eight Nori. Eight Nori can find Rodri, but he goes back to Kanji instead. Kanji finds Diaz. Diaz finds, is that Vinder? No, that's Bernardo. Bernardo is about to run into a dead end, but he passes back to Nunez. And then Nunez goes back to Rodri. Savinho takes a heavy touch in the box, but he still got it. Diaz can. Rodri, can we get a cross in? Eight Nori out to Doku. That's a beautiful pass. Can he take the touch inside? He does. What a goal! What a goal from Jeremy Doku! The pass from Eight Nori is exceptional, and the touch inside to get the goal is just as good. And bam, there we go. That is 1-0 to Manchester City, and that is an excellent goal. That is exactly what you want to see from Jeremy Doku. Exactly what you want to see from Jeremy Doku coming into the start of the season. That's exactly what you want to see. People question his end product all the time. We know how good of a dribbler he is, but people question his end product is absolutely beautiful. Rodri plays a nice pass across the midfield to Eight Nori. Eight Nori plays a beautiful ball in behind the Juventus back line to find Doku, who takes an excellent touch inside, shimmies inside, and just places it in the bottom right-hand corner past the goalkeeper. That's an excellent finish. And I did say I hope we grow into this game, and that we did. That was an excellent play from Edison going long to Marmoush holding it up, and all the bits in between of winning the ball back, being a bit scrappy in the Juventus box. Excellent pass from Eight Nori. That's exactly what he brings to the side. Exactly what he brings to the side. A nice assist for him and a nice goal for Doku. We are 1-0 up against Juventus within the first 10 minutes. Vlahovic just had a shot from inside our box. Like, as I was praising the team, we get absolutely cut open. A cross comes all the way across our box. Diaz does not read it properly, and Vlahovic, luckily, he shanks the shot and puts it wide for a goal kick. But we were really let off then. Everyone was switched off. They were still celebrating the goal, and you know, luckily we come out of that unscathed. But again, that's something we definitely need to knock on the head. You know, the concentration levels need to be up at all times, realistically speaking. I'm taking it out because Well, I just dropped my AirPod, but it's 1-1. Cobble Myers has just scored. I didn't actually see the goal because I was turning off what was on my phone. Because I didn't need the stream up anymore to check the audio. Yeah, and it's 1-1 just like that. Let me actually look at this. So Edison gets the ball, plays one of the worst passes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Under no pressure at all. Plays an hospital pass to Bernardo Silva, goes past him and finds... Oh, man. Oh, man. Lord have mercy. That is awful. And we're back drawing again. We had the lead. We had the lead for less than 2 minutes. And it is of our own doing that we concede. I sung Edison's praises and said he's a great, keeper with the ball at his feet, and he's very composed on the ball passing in my TikTok earlier when I was talking about him, saying he's going to stay at sea, and then he goes and does that. He passes to Bernardo. Bernardo's not getting there anyway because it's such a wayward pass. He tries his best to get to it. And, Cobble Myers is very alert and alive to get onto that and put it into the back of the net. And it's good play from him, but it's actually elementary mistakes from City, and it happens time and time again. But moving on from that, we've got Marmoush now out wide on the right. He cuts back, finds Doku. And then he finds Bernardo Silva, finds Rodri. He goes out wide to Ain't Nori. Then we've got Kanji on the ball. So we're basically just passing back and recycling possession now. But come on, we've conceded, and this is usually at the point last season where we go a goal up, we'd concede, and then we concede again, and we concede again. So show something different. We've conceded, but don't let momentum shift and go and get a goal and show some end product, man. We are definitely overloading this left side though, which is probably for the best, with us actually having like an out and out fullback on that side, with Nunes obviously being on the right, but. If I'm honest, I still can't get over that goal we just conceded. That is actually one of the worst passes out from the back I've seen from Edison. One of the worst I've seen from a City goalkeeper, and I've had to watch Bravo and Zach Steffen play with the ball at their feet. But what can you do, man? What can you do? Well, I can tell you what Edison could have done and got done. That's get his pass on target, and now we got his shot. It goes out for I think a goal kick. He just shanked it wide, going for the near post. And yeah, what is some of the reaction to that goal? Because that was bad. That was really bad. I actually can't believe I've just watched Edison do that. If I'm being totally honest, that's outrageous. That's actually ruined my day a little bit. Just a little bit. Juventus come forward again. And to be fair, both of Juventus's goal and their best chance have both come after we scored the first goal. And both of them are literally just from our players not concentrating properly. And that's a typical thing with City. I don't want to say we never concede well-worked goals, because that would be hyperbolic and that would be just a complete and utter lie, and I'd be discrediting basically every team we've played against. But a lot of the goals we concede are literally through the fault of our own players and them getting complacent, them switching off and then just not concentrating. We win the ball back now. It's with Savinho, who's just going to try charge down the right-hand side, but he gets cornered, tries to cut inside, and Juventus recover well. And not going to lie, as last season went on and as we've come into the Club World Cup, I actually thought at the start of last season I thought Savinho was better than Doku. But as the seasons went on, Doku just has oh my god. Right, Edison actually got to that one and cleared it, but that was almost really embarrassing. But we got Bernardo Silva here. He plays the ball to Marmoush and it's swept up by Juventus and put out for a throw-in. But Juventus were almost just in, and it would have been, I think it was Diaz, a long ball's been played forward, and Diaz has slid it and missed it, leaving, I think it was Vlahovic one-on-one with Edison, but luckily Edison's ran out, sweep a keeper and booted it away, and set us on a counter-attack really with Bernardo Silva trying to play through Marmoush. But we've got the ball again here at Savinho. Now it's Nunez. Back to Savinho. And Nunez again. Now it's Weinders. Beautiful, beautiful play from Weinders. Now we got Savinho again. Now Rodri. And Savinho again. Now it's Diaz. Aït-Nouri's sort of inverted a lot here, leaving trying to bring the fullback sort of in, or the winger in, leaving Doku with space out wide, and he's beat his first man. Now he's found his way into the box, and that's excellent defending from Juventus to put it behind for a corner. But yeah, Doku and Aït-Nouri have both looked absolutely electric this game, and there's obviously no shock that the goal came from those two combining, and they look great. They look great down the left side. Obviously Rodri and Weinders both look good in the midfield as well, I'd say. Savinho, kind of, his decision making needs to pick up a little bit, and I'd say that's probably, and Edison needs to switch on a bit. But other than that, like, I can't fault the players that much. Okay, let's add another thing to that list. Bernardo Silva needs to learn how to take a corner, because that was diabolical. Savinho crosses it in. Doesn't beat the first man in the box, and Juventus can come away with the ball here. But yeah, that corner was diabolical from Bernardo, and that's not even me like hating on him. That was actually a really, really bad corner. Now you got Diaz, Rodri, Akanji. Is that Aït-Nouri? Yeah, it is. I think. Yeah, that is Aït-Nouri. Man, bro, I don't know what it is. I think it's because I'm watching it on the monitor that I wouldn't like, my second monitor. But this looks like a tad grainy, which is kind of annoying because I'm watching this on a legitimate stream, and I don't want it to be. But you know, it's a bit grainy, and I can't always see who's who. Like Aït-Nouri looks a lot like Diaz from the resolution that I'm seeing right now. And Aït-Nouri and Diaz is not a comparison you're gonna hear very often. But from what I'm seeing right now, they look very similar. Weinders, he can. The ball didn't get to him, and Juventus can get it clear. They do, not very far. As Bernardo Silva picks it up. Oh no, wait, that was Diaz. Man, I'm blind, bro. Get someone. We need to get me glasses. I'm blind, bro. What is this? Like, I've just misprofiled Diaz with two different players, and neither of them look like. Akanji needs to retire. I'm sorry. Akanji needs to retire. Like I said, I wouldn't be too harsh on him and Bernardo Silva, but that corner I saw from Bernardo Silva and that from Akanji, no, we need to get rid of that before the start of the season. But unfortunately, we can't, because one of them's our captain. If I speak, I'm in trouble, innit? If I speak, I'm in a lot of bother. So I will refrain from speaking. But you know, ever since the Juventus goal, there hasn't really been too much to sort of talk about. We're dominating possession again, but you know, they are looking threatening on the counter, which is, you know, exactly what I hoped wouldn't happen. But you know, there have been a few times where they threatened to catch us in transition, which again kind of needs to be knocked on the head, especially with Rodri back and Weinders in the midfield as well. There's no real excuse for it, is there? You know, I don't want to see Rodri play the whole game though. I want to see Gonzalez get minutes, because I actually really like Nico Gonzalez. Juventus are in the box, and it's a corner. Excellent defending there from Mateus Nunes, who I don't hate him. You know, like I actually like. I don't think he's bad, but I don't want him to be our starting right back, if that makes sense. Like he's not bad, and I don't dislike him, but at the same time, like, we could definitely do better in the right back department. It's a bit like Zinchenko, really. Like I view Nunes the exact same way that I used to view Zinchenko, but the corner comes in for Juventus and it misses everybody, and now they need to restart from the edge of the box. We need to just close this down quickly and not let them have the ball for too long at the edge of our box, or else it will cause problems for us eventually. But you know, we close it down. They've got a throw in now. Hopefully we can win the second ball and things can be good. As I say that, there were huge balls lofted over the top. And, you know what, tell you what, it was well defended by Akanji. Oh, okay, it was blown for offside. If I was going to say, like, I literally just, like, praised Akanji and he almost did something crazy. But I'm guessing the whistle went before that. I don't know. Again, I don't have audio, so I wouldn't have been able to hear that. But I'm going to guess the audio, like, the whistle went before he did a step over in our box. Because that's not what I need to be seeing. Especially from him. Anyone else, I'd probably cut a bit of slack, but him, no. No. We do need to sort of build an attack a bit quicker here. Because, I don't know, like, Juventus aren't even pressing with that much intensity. Like, we could easily beat, like, if we just knocked the pace of our passing up, like, just a notch, I think we'd beat this press. That's a brilliant pass from Edison, though. No, it's Rodri. He can find Marmouche. No, he can't. He just found the back of Savinho's head. Doku can find Marmouche there. Marmouche attacking down the left, can cut inside. Is he going to go back to Doku? No, he finds Nori instead. Who now finds Rodri, who's just been bundled off the ball and wins a free kick on the edge of the Juventus box. I'd say around 35 to 40 yards out. Don't quote me on that one. I'm not 100% sure on the range of this free kick from goal. I currently do not have the game up, so here's where we're just going to go and score, I'd say. No, you know what, I'm just going to do it on this. I do it on this monitor here. I hope it's Marmouche on the free kick. It looks like it's going to be Marmouche on the free kick. It's a bit far out though. And yeah, he's hit it off the wall. He's literally just given someone a concussion. Because that hit his cranium with some force. That's actually going to hurt. Like, fair play to him for staying down after that. Because that actually... That's one of those ones I can tell hurt. Alright. My web browser just completely crashed. Yeah. Wasn't a great free kick. I was expecting, you know, something a bit, you know, it doesn't beat the wall. You can never say it's a good free kick if it doesn't beat the wall, but you know, it's one of those things, isn't it? There we are. Oh man. I'm actually gonna check how my bet's going because I do have a bet on and I don't know how that one's looking. I need Rodri to commit one more foul. I need him to have a shot on target. And how many tackles is Rodri put in? Oh, no, that's not good. Oh, I can. Mate, you can watch it for free on Bet365. So I could have audio, but it's not going to be synced up, so there's no point me doing it. Rodri's putting one, so I need him to have one more foul, a shot, and 2 tackles. And then my bet comes in, which is annoying because I only put £1 on it, but originally I had £10 on it, and then I thought, wait, no, that's probably not going to come in, so I only put £1 on it. And now looking at that, I kind of wish I put the £10 on it, but yeah, you win again. You win some, you lose some, and hopefully this is not a game that City lose. We do have the... Why is it not in full screen? I forgot. I minimized it and I thought... Alright, here's Doku. Again. Ooh. Finds Reinders. Finds Rodri, who did not have a shot on target because his shot was blocked by the defender. So, you know, that's not great. I will be celebrating a Rodri shot on target like it's a goal, by the way. So let's not... you know, let's not get that twisted. Bam. Here's Nunez in the box. Crosses to absolute... That Kalulu own goal is the worst thing I've ever seen. Because like, I need to. Let me just do this. Like, let me watch that again because from first glance, there is no need for him to even stick a leg out for that. Let's analyze this. Let's put my thinking cap on here, right? So it's a good ball out, a good run from Nunez. He puts it across. Yeah, what is he thinking? What is he thinking? There's no... Nah, there is no City player in his facility. What is he thinking? Yeah, the ball comes up. Yeah, he's high. What is he thinking? Nah, Kalulu's lost his mind. Nah, he's lost his mind because he does not need to stick a foot out for that. That's beautiful play from Vinders. And he's still going. Oh, it's blocked. Now it's Doku. Plays it out to Marmouche. He gets tackled. And Juventus can counter here. Hopefully we can keep this lead a bit longer. Yeah, it's a heavy touch, and Akanji is there to sweep it up. Yeah, he is. Just about. Then we've got Rodri back here again. And there's Doku. Finds Vinders. I'm loving watching Vinders play, if I'm being totally honest. He's actually such a breath of fresh air. He just... It just feels like he's good at everything. Like, watching him, it's just beautiful. After watching Kovacic for so long, I say so long, it was 2 seasons. And the viewing experience of watching Kovacic play football is not good. I'm going to turn this light down because it actually makes my head look shiny as hell now that I'm actually looking at it. That looks a bit grainy. Yeah, but watching Vinders over watching Kovacic is actually like, there's like night and day difference between it. Like, it's actually crazy, and I'm forever grateful. If he can stay fit for the whole season, it's going to be one of the, one of the best points of our season. Saying that, Juventus have just put a cross in, and it is cleared by Diaz. And this is beautiful. Now we're starting to up the tempo a bit here. Here we go. That's beautiful from Nunez. No, was that Savinho? No, that was Nunez. And now it is Savinho, who finds Doku on the right wing, who's gonna cut back and probably pass to Nunez. Does pass to Nunez, who's gonna pass to Bernard Silva. He's gonna pass to Rodri. He plays a 1-2 with Vinders. Vinders picks up the ball again. Now he just drives. An unlucky misplaces the pass to Savinho, but we get the ball back through Nunez, and now it's Doku who's camping out on the right side with Marmouche drifting over to the left, which means we don't have anyone in the middle for a cross. But with Kalulu basically playing as our number 9 at the moment, are we going to complain? That's a decent cross, but it's not going to find anyone. But once again, we've got the ball. Juventus are really struggling to get out here, and this is exactly what we've got to do after we score a goal, is suffocating the opposition and not giving up like cheap and easy chances like we did after the first goal. So looks like we've learned our lesson, but I'm not going to say anything too soon because anything could happen from here. But we're still seeing a healthy amount of possession on the edge of the Juventus box here. Not able to really find a breakthrough with them basically having everybody behind the ball. But yeah, now we've got Savinho out on the right wing, who can try cut inside, but he's probably going to go back to Nunez here. No, Nunez is on the overlap. Oh, this time it is marked, which I thought it would be, because Nunez has made that run a handful of times unmarked, so I did think they've probably learned their lesson by now. Now you got Vinders, who finds Aït-Nouri, who now can run at the defence because it's not as overloaded on the left as it is on the right, but he does go back inside to Vinders, who now finds Akanji. So yeah, it's after conceding, we've looked a lot better. We've looked a lot better, and now Doku, brilliant from Doku, finds Vinders, who now finds Aït-Nouri. Aït-Nouri skips inside 1, still keeps hold of the ball, somehow gets the ball out to Doku. Doku finds Vinders. Vinders plays a beautiful ball into Marmouche, who takes the shot, and it's just an easy save from the keeper. But it's impressive that he even got the shot off. So it's like a 50, sort of 50-50. Like, it was impressive that he got the shot off, but like it was a weak shot, like nonetheless. But and then Vinders has just put out for a Juventus corner, on the half an hour mark. Oh, this camera actually makes me look a lot more bold than I actually am. So we're getting a cooling break. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Gives me time to actually properly check Twitter and not miss out on anything interesting. That being said, I'm probably not missing anything interesting on Twitter as well. Bro, how long is this cooling break gonna go on for? I literally have like the shortest attention span known to man. Let's get the football back underway. But they're showing the replay of their first goal again, and that pass from Aït-Nouri is absolutely like outrageous, and the touch inside and the finish from Doku is beautiful. The less said, you know, about the Juventus goal, the better, because it's like, let's look at this again. Yeah, Edison, you've lost your mind. You've lost your mind. What is that? What, like, Bernardo Silva's right there. Like, this is Edison and this is Bernardo Silva, and Edison. So this is Bernardo Silva, yeah, and Edison passes the ball here. Like, but Kalulu playing like doing his best Haaland impression in the Juventus box and tapping an own goal under zero pressure is crazy. So, you know, after two errors at the back, the game's basically back at 1-0. It is the way I see it now. Given the stoppage in play, has Rodri made any more tackles? No, he's not, which is very disappointing. And he hasn't had a shot on target either. You know. So we back underway. See this City home top here. I think I'm gonna order it, but I want to get Shirchi on the back. But I don't think the Shirchi, like having his name is like eligible as like an option in the store yet, because they haven't given his official number. So yeah, as soon as that's like announced, yeah, because last time I checked, you weren't able to get them. I don't know if you're able to get them now, but last time I checked, you weren't. Juventus get us back underway with a long switch ball out onto the right, which Núñez looks to have covered. He does have covered, kind of. Yeah, there we are. He recovers nice, gets it to Diaz. Diaz gets it to Rodri, and Rodri composedly gets it back to Núñez. Now this is this. Never mind. I was about to say this is a City I want to be seeing, but then Diaz slipped over and passed the ball straight into a Juventus player. So I think I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut on that front, because every time I say something, every time I try to like, you know, compliment City at the back, something just goes wrong. So I'm just gonna like refrain from complimenting any of the defensive work or any of the composure we show at the back, because that's clearly not working in my favour, is it? Imagine I could actually type. Imagine I could actually type. But there we go. Juventus have the ball again. But they go instantly back. And hopefully we can press the ball. Yes, we do. That's excellent from Omar Mamouche. We find Savinho, who then goes back to Núñez under pressure. Or under like a tad bit pressure. I don't want to say under pressure. He wasn't under like that. Immense amount of pressure, but nonetheless, we've got the ball. We've still got the ball. Mate, this chair is actually uncomfortable. I need to buy a new chair. If you've been like subscribed to my channel for a while, you know I don't have a very good luck with chairs. I'm on like my third chair since like really starting to upload videos on this channel. Boom, here we go. Here's Doku. Up there with him is Rodri, Savinho, Bernardo Silva and Mamouche, but Doku goes alone. Doku still goes alone. He managed to get the cross off, but is blocked and unluckily doesn't go out for a corner. But Aït-Nouri wrestles the ball back. He now goes, tries to get the cross off, does get the cross off. Savinho heads it, but he's only able to head it back to Nunes. Nunes looks up, looks to get a cross off, but he passes the ball sideways to Savinho instead, who gets it back to Diaz, who finds Weinders, who finds Rodri, who finds Aït-Nouri again, who finds Doku. And these two down the left are really making things happen. They really are the sort of shining light of what I've been seeing from City today, really. And I want to see a lot more of it going into next season, because like I just want Doku to absolutely explode when it comes to the pause, but like I want his like goals and assists to absolutely skyrocket next season, because like he deserves it, man. Like the work he puts in on the pitch, like sometimes, you know, his decision making is a bit poor and he doesn't get as many goals and assists he probably should have, but like, you know, I want him to really get consistent on that next season and show the rest of the league how good he is. Marmouche is like, you know, tell you what, right? Marmouche as a 9 in this team isn't actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like, and the reason I say that is because we're not very good at playing direct. And obviously he likes to make runs, like, you know, in behind and stuff like that. But we don't really like playing direct, and a lot of what Holland has to do is wrestle defenders. And I didn't think Marmouche would be very good at it, but his hold-up play is not actually like that bad. It's a lot better than I was expecting. And again, he, like, you know, I do sometimes forget how tall he is. He is like 6 foot, but because of like the way he plays, he plays more as like a winger that's like 5'7", 5'8", or like 5'9" or something like that. But you know, he's no, yeah, he's a very strong player. Yeah, Juventus get called offside. I don't know if it was offside. I literally looked back up and, well, I'm so sorry. If I fall asleep midstream, I actually do apologise. But this light and the fact that like I can't have my fan on too loud is absolutely killing me off right now. Like I feel like, you know when you go to the zoo and you go into like the reptile bit, bro, I feel like those like bearded dragons and lizards, like I'm just under so much artificial light right now. But that's an excellent ball out to Savinho. If he can bring this one down and make something happen from this, we could be in business. He gets the shot off, but it's straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Savinho is doing that thing where he knows Doku scored, so he now thinks he has to score a goal. So we're now, for like the rest of the game while he's on the pitch, Savinho is just going to take as many shots as possible. And it can be one of the, boom, that's beautiful work from Bernardo Silva and Marmouche. Cuts it back to Doku. He's probably going to go back to Aït-Nouri now. Now finds a Rodri. Finds a Kanji. Finds Aït-Nouri. He's just an exceptional player, isn't he? Such an exceptional. It's so good to have an out-and-out left back in the squad. Doku as well. He's been my man of the match so far, I think, Jeremy Doku. He's been exceptional. Him, Aït-Nouri and Weinders have all been absolutely exceptional. And you know, Bernardo's not been that bad. I think like I can stomach watching Bernardo play on his own, but when he plays with Gundogan and Kovacic, it is kind of where I draw the line. But watching Bernardo play by himself is not actually that bad. So as long as I don't have to watch him partnered up with either of the other two, I think I can survive watching him for one more season. Kovacic, on the other hand, he actually frustrates me too much for me to want him to stay at the club. Because I watch him for one game and I think, wow, Kovacic is becoming good, and then the next 3 performances are going to be some of the worst football I've ever seen. We've got Aït-Nouri on the edge of the box as we're now slowly approaching half-time. We've got about 5 minutes left of the first half. Like, normal time without any added time. Now it's Doku. He finds a Kanji. He finds Diaz. Finds Weinders. Oh, man. Nah, it's actually too hot in here, man. At half-time, I might turn my fan up, but just move it a bit further away from me. Beautiful touch from Weinders. Out to Savinho, who gets the cross in. Can Marmouche reach it? He can't. Ignore it! If that flew in, If that flew in, I would have took my top off in celebration. If that ain't Nori's shot went in, I would have took my shirt off in celebration. I don't even care. Here's Bernardo Silva, who cuts it back to Rodri. Rodri, have the shot on target, my man, please. I did not need to see that. I did not need to see that. That was awful. Especially from you, Rodri, man. I actually expect so much better. That was... You should have just hit that. Oh, it's Rodri again. Plays an excellent ball to Bernardo Silva, who cuts inside, takes a shot, ricochets off the defender, and I think that goes out for a corner, unless it hit back off Bernardo Silva. I'm not too sure, but I tell you what, it's pissing down with rain over there. I am glad I'm not there. And you know, that's like that's one of like the few times you'll hear me say that about like a City game. Like I would happily go to most games, but any game in this competition seems like one of the worst experiences of my life. America's a country I actually have no interest in visiting. I used to, but not anymore. We've got a City corner here, whipped in. It's cleared by Juventus, but only as far as Bernardo Silva on the edge of the box. He finds Roger. That's one of the worst crosses I've ever seen, Rodri. I actually I'm lost for words by the two most recent attacking pieces of play from Rodri this game. Because that pass he played inside the box to cut back was awful. And that cross was even worse, but we'll blame it on the ball being wet and the pitch being wet. As we come into the last 3 minutes of normal time in the first half, I hope we can just see the first half out and don't concede any more shots on our goal, because if we do, that would actually be depressing, I won't even lie. Yeah, it does look like we're going to see out. We might go for one more attack depending on how many bodies Juventus commit forward in their press. Because is Savinho going to get? Nah, yeah, that was a poor pass from Rodri. But we've got the ball back instantly off of the clearance. Oh, I've just seen a Real Madrid shirt in the stands. That's exceptional. That's exceptional. Doku. Again, that's a foul. That has to be a foul. Again, electric feet, really good dribbling from Doku, and man, I'm excited for the season that he could potentially have. Like, I have very, very high hopes for Doku this season. I'm not going to put too much pressure on him. Not like I could put that much pressure on him, but like, you know, I just think he's going to have an excellent season this season. And as I hope for most players in the squad, except Akanji, because I don't even want him to have the chance to have an excellent season. Because I just don't need this. I would happily have this be the last game I ever watch Akanji play, if I'm being like 100% honest with you all. Because it's just like, I just don't have, like, I don't get any enjoyment out of watching him play football. And I there's not many football players I can say that about. There's him, there's potentially Kovacic, and there's Walker. But luckily, I don't have to watch Walker play for City anyway. He'll probably still play for England because he still gets call-ups, which means he'll still get minutes. But luckily, his City days are done, because that is a man I have no interest in ever watching play football again. The football has like officially left him. He's here, and the football is like here. Just off screen, man. Like but anyway, the rain looks to have stopped, and we've got Nunez racing forward. We've got Savinho in the last few seconds of normal time. He's just sat one defender down. He keeps going. How did I know he was going to shoot? How did I know that Savinho was going to shoot? This is the one thing. Like, I like Savinho as a player, but all this guy does is cut in and shoot. Like, he took the Mahrez comparisons a little too literally. Because he can't finish. Just, like, you can cross, bro. I know you can cross. Do it, please. I'm tired of watching you shoot into defenders. Just because Doku scored does not mean you have to as well. Nori loses the ball, but I think Doku's gonna win this one back. Hopefully, no. It's Akanji that blocks the pass. You know, I'll give him a round of applause, mostly just because I'm very harsh on him the rest of the time. So when he does something well, he can get a round of applause from me, just so I'm
Just so I'm not a complete hater. Um, you know. But yeah, we got 4 minutes of additional time. Hopefully, we do not concede in that time. Hopefully, we don't even concede a shot in that time. You know, you know, do I have high expectations of us not doing that? No, because this is City. Like, anything could happen. Literally anything. Like, for better or for worse, literally anything can happen. Like, what happened at QPR happened in our benefit, and then what happened against Real Madrid in 2022 happened to our detriment. Like, both of those things have no right to happen, and they both did, because literally with City anything can happen. But we've got Savinho in the box. He's now probably going to try shoot. He doesn't. He finds Ain't Nori. He's going to find Vinders. Doku's central, so he's got no option out on the left flank, but he does find Doku in the middle anyway. He finds Diaz. He finds Nunez. He finds Diaz again. We've now got 2 minutes of the first half left. Well, a minimum of 2 minutes left. And now it's Diaz. Now it's Vinders. We've got both Doku and Savinho on the right wing. I think Ain't Nori's out on the left by himself. Potentially, I think. Yeah, he is. And I think Rodri can get out to him now. And then he passes it into Marmoush. Excellent touch by Marmoush. Now it's Rodri. Tries to get the ball to Ain't Nori. And it's just over his head, and it's been put out for a City throw. So we've got 2 more minutes of the first half. Hopefully we can get another chance and maybe even another goal. But yeah, things have looked a lot better since we conceded the goal. So, you know, at least like one positive that comes from us conceding is the fact that, you know, everyone's been a lot more switched on since then. And we basically got a free goal back anyway, because I still have, like, I have no words for Juventus' goal, but our second goal actually left me speechless. Like, it's actually outrageous. Boom, Savinho's beat his man. Now he's going to go in behind. He's going to try cut it back to Bernardo Silva, but misses literally everybody. And then as Juventus tried to play out, if only as far as Marmoush, and he lets fly from a decent way out from the goal, like almost in the same range as that goal from Bournemouth, but this time it drifts just wide. But tell you what, he is lethal. You've got Savinho, who stood next to the post because he's off the pitch, and he has to jump out the way because Marmoush's shots almost just hit him straight in the stomach. But yeah, Marmoush from deep with his shooting is dangerous, man. Like, you know, the only other player I see do that for City was obviously De Bruyne and Rodri as well. No one else has the facilities to be doing that, and that's one thing he brings to the team that no one else does. Does anyone in this team know how to take a corner? Because Marmoush, I was literally just singing your praises, and now you just went and done that. Oh my god. The set pieces in this team are something else, man. There's something else. Marmoush this time gets the corner into the box. He finds a Kanji, but his header is cleared, and that should be the whistle for half-time. And it is. So we go into half-time at 2-1. Let me just get all of this sorted. And yeah, well, what do I think of that first half? The first 8 minutes were not great, and then we scored, and then like the 3 minutes after that were awful, and then we kind of picked up the pace. And ever since conceding, we've 100% been the better team. Like the first 10 minutes, it was very iffy. Like we didn't look composed on the ball or anything. But yeah, no. Ever since conceding, we've looked the better team, man. And there's not really much else to say, really, as we come into half time. mate, the absolute spam that has been like hit underneath my on my tweet for promoting this stream is absolutely outrageous. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. What was I gonna do? You know what? While we're at halftime, there is something I can do. There is something I can do if it just lets me log in quickly. Boom. So while we're at halftime, if you haven't already, if it lets me log in, this app is like, this web browser is actually awful. Boom. So bam. While we're at halftime, if you haven't already, go and follow me on TikTok. You know, I will actually just, what I'll do is I will minimize this a minute, actually. Oh, it's not letting me do it. Okay, cool. So bam, if you haven't already, follow me on TikTok, man. Like, you know, what, there's 800 of you that are subscribed to me over here, and only 136 of you are following me on TikTok. So come on, let's get this number up. You know, although I do basically all of my content that I upload here is uploaded to my YouTube Shorts, but there are some TikToks over here. Let me actually just take all of this down a second. Obviously there are a few TikToks over here that do get uploaded to Shorts, all the ones that are eligible with the time limit, but some of these do exceed the time limit of the YouTube Shorts. So please do like go and follow my TikTok. But not just this TikTok as well. I do have another account, my More Nathaniel account, where I just talk about stuff that's like in my life basically, and it is not football related stuff. So go follow me on TikTok, at More Nathaniel, and also at Nathaniel Knows Ball on TikTok. Bam, go follow me on both of those, man. Like, and also subscribe to this channel if you aren't already. Like that's what we need. But shameless plug out of the way. I can actually close this down now. Okay, there we are. Boom, we're back. You're back to seeing my face, which is a blessing and a curse for some of you. Boom. Boom. There was something else I needed to do while it was halftime, and I can't remember what it was. There was a few things I needed to do, and I can't remember what they were. One of them was this. of them was on here as well, and I can't remember what exactly it was. There was that, and there was something else that I needed to do, and I can't exactly remember what it was. Boom. Was there another one? Boom. Oh man, this chair actually feels like it's gonna break. Like, you actually might watch my chair break live on stream, which I'm sure would be a pleasant viewing experience for you all. Would it be a pleasant experience for me? No, not at all. But remember, go follow the TikTok. Go follow that now. Go follow. You'd be making a huge mistake if you did not go and follow. Oh. Oh man. I actually can't wait for the Premier League to be back. Like, I'm enjoying watching City play, but it doesn't hit as good as the Prem. Like, we need the Premier League back. And now. Oh man. Oh, that's crazy. Bro, I actually don't know what to do in the halftime interval. Like, this is dead. I need to become more entertaining. That's what it is. But like, I need to become more entertaining. But well, I don't know. Like, it's one of those. Why am I now just not getting notifications to come through? There we are. Yeah, I definitely need to become more entertaining, but yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those, man. Like, what I really need is for halftime to be over, but can't get everything you wanted. Oh. wonder if we're going to see any changes at half-time. To be fair, I wouldn't mind seeing... I wouldn't mind seeing Savinho come off for Oscar Bob. It probably won't happen at half-time, but I definitely do want to see Oscar Bob play. And I wouldn't mind seeing Rodri come off for Nico. I think having Nico come on, Gonzalez that is, Bob come on, and probably Haaland come on as well. I won't mind that. Obviously, I want to see Foden, but I don't mind whether I see Foden or Shirchi. I highly doubt we'll see both of them come on, because I think Doku might play the full 90. So I will probably rather see Shirchi. Oh my God, stop yawning. I'd rather probably see Shirchi than Foden, just because like I know what Foden's capable of in this team, whereas I don't 100% know what Shirchi's capable of, and especially see him play against opposition such as Juventus. You know, I want to see like the exact lengths of like play that he can give to us against top opposition. That was just a bunch of waffle, really. Now that I actually think about what I just said, like I just said a whole lot of nothing. What are you saying though? Do we think the game's going to end 2-1 or are there going to be more goals? And realistically, the main question is, are Juventus going to get another goal? That's the big question. Are Juventus going to get another goal? Actually, nah, the big question is the clock going to work like straight away? Is the question. Is the clock going to work straight away? Is the big question. The Real Madrid play. When the Real Madrid play? I'm guessing they play at 11. I'm gonna guess they play at 11. What day is it? Thursday. Oh no, Real Madrid play tomorrow. Or is it like? Oh yeah, Real Madrid play tomorrow, but it's at 2 a.m. So I'll see what bets are going for that one. We will see what bets are going for that one. I'll check now actually. Because I won't be awake at that time. Vinicius to score, assist, full-time Madrid. I'm not betting on that. Last time I bet on... I might bet on that one. Last time I bet on Bellingham to get over 2 corners to win, but I might bet that. Depending on if this one comes in, I might bet that one. Second aspect to get underway. You know, I'm wanting to see a lot more of the same from City, but I'm just wanting to see us take our chances just you know, a little bit better. You know, if I had one criticism, it would be that, and maybe Edison for like you know, it's like is Haaland coming on? Oh, Haaland is on, but is he off for Marmouche, or is one of the other attackers coming off? Because I was actually kind of enjoying watching Marmouche play in that first half. But Edison's coming out, Diaz coming out. Anyone else new coming out? Haaland is coming out, so I'm guessing that does mean he is coming on for what's his name? Coming on for Marmouche. Colo Touring makes me laugh, man. Where is it? Where's my Colo Touring microphone, man? Big up Colo Toure. Big up the Colo Toure microphone, man. What a guy. Is Haaland on? Yeah, I see him there. So yeah, I'm gonna guess he came off for. He's coming on for Marmouche. Yeah, he's coming on for Marmouche. I thought Marmouche had a good first half, and I thought Marmouche was very lively. But of course I want to see Haaland play, and like I'd be silly not to want to see Haaland play. But I thought Marmouche played a very good game. I thought he played a very, very good game. And that's exactly what you want to see from him when he gets his limited minutes at the number 9. Like, he doesn't have to score every game, but I thought he was exceptional in his hold up play, his chasing of the ball, his pressing, picking up the ball in wide positions. I thought he was very, very good in the first half, and hopefully we can see a Haaland goal. Okay, you'll never guess what's happened. You will. You cannot write it, ladies and gentlemen. The clock has just oh, okay. I've got it working a bit quicker. We're now only a couple of seconds behind, but we're still seconds in delay nonetheless. Kanji recovers. Nice. Now we've got the ball again. And we're probably just going to play a very similar to how we... Oh, that's a beautiful touch from Bernardo Silva. Fair play. He's got Savinho running in. He does find Savinho, who can cross the ball, and Haaland just misses it. He almost had a goal in less than 50 seconds of being on the pitch. And that is the one thing you do get with Haaland over Marmoush. Marmoush is in the box. Like, Marmoush will never be in the right position in the box. Like, for these crosses. Like, he's usually, like, the one putting the ball in, or he's meandering sort of on the edge of the box or something. But, you know, that's brilliant attacking movement from Savinho. Brilliant run from Savinho. Very good touch and pass from Bernardo Silva, who I actually thought was played very well today, other than that corner he took in the first half. You know, it was very unlucky from Haaland not to get there. But now it's Silva who finds Haaland. Nah, he doesn't. It's cut out by, I think, Kalulu there. And now Juventus can try come forward. Never mind. Oh no, the advantage has been played. I thought Aït-Nouri committed a foul, but to be fair, Juventus have got on with it, and they're still attacking, and they cut inside. Is that a penalty? Ooh, no, I think he went down a bit too easily, and we have the ball back with Doku, who can and will win as a foul. Yeah, which is always interesting. If I close that now. Kanji on the ball, passes to Diaz. He's got Bernardo and Nunez's options, but he chooses a safe option in Nunez, which probably was the correct option. The pass to Bernardo kind of closed, like the angle closed as soon as I brought it up. But we've got Diaz on the ball again. This time he does move forward, and he finds Haaland in a pocket of space down the right hand side, who flicks it back to Savinho, who then finds Nunez with a backwards pass. You can get the ball inside to Rodri, who now finds Doku, who's got Aït-Nouri overlapping. But Doku goes alone through the middle, goes alone again, then finds the ball to Haaland. Haaland tries to find Doku again with the back heel. It doesn't quite come off, but City win the ball relatively high up again with Diaz, who then finds... Is that Reinders? It is Reinders. Who finds Aït-Nouri, who finds Rodri, who finds a Kanji. Then finds Diaz. Oh. Let's get better 365 up. Don't think Rodri's made any more tackles. He's definitely not made 3, I can tell you that. But we'll look at the actual stats. Has he made another tackle? No, he's still on the 1. We've got a Kanji on the ball now. Finds Doku. Goes back to Akanji, who plays a ball over the top, missing Reinders, and it goes out for a goal kick. I'm not enjoying that. I'll tell you what, like, I haven't had too much bad to say about Akanji, but these balls over the top, I'm not enjoying watching those. I kind of wish he'd keep it simple, because they're just not coming off. Both times he's hit one, they've just not come off. So, like, maybe like the less he does that, the better. I still think this light looks like really off-putting on my face, but then it looks too grainy if I turn it like too far down. Like, I don't know. I need to figure out the lighting situation, but I can do that at a later date. Now we got 8 Nori on the ball. He finds Doku. Doku, space to run into. Does run at Alberto, skips past him, and he can get the shot off when it's just wide. He's having an absolutely exceptional game as Jeremy Doku, and I would not be surprised if he ends up with man of the match if he keeps going at this rate. Even now, even if he was to get subbed off now, I still think he'd end the game as man of the match because he has been absolutely exceptional. Obviously, the finish there wasn't the finish there wasn't great. Obviously went over and wide, but the run exceptional, and he's just caused Juventus problems all day, and that's exactly what we need, man. I hope that counts as a tackle. That was definitely a tackle from Rodri there. That should count. That should count. It does. No, it doesn't count apparently. So, love that. Yeah, no, it doesn't count. That's not cool. That was definitely. I'd consider that a tackle. Anyway, we've got Savinho on the ball now. Takes a touch inside. Finds Vinders, who can just run forward with the ball. He finds Nunes, who is onside, I believe. Squares it to Haaland. Haaland scores 3-1. I'm not 100% sure if Nunes was onside there. The finish was a bit scruffy from Haaland, but it really doesn't matter how you take them. As long as the ball ends up in the back of the net, and that's where it ended up. So, bam, Haaland scored within 6 minutes of being on the pitch, if that. That's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, it's a beautiful one from Vinders. Nunes is onside, looks up, sees Haaland. Haaland's behind him and the ball. He takes a not very good touch, but luckily the touch he takes sort of bounces off his other foot and goes into the back of the net, and then bam, just like that, it is 3-1. But it is not, as of right now, letting me change the score, which is always fantastic, isn't it? It's always fantastic. There we are. I had to go the long way around about it, but there we go. Haaland gets his goal, 3-1, and what a player, man. But what a player Vinders has been as well. Him, Doku, and Aït-Nouri have been exceptional today. And to tell you what, Nunes has put in a shift at right back. That is, like, he is putting a tireless performance. He is bombing up and down the pitch, up and down, up and down. Never stops running. These overlaps keep coming. He was very, very strong to beat his man and get onto that ball. And it was good awareness to pick out Haaland there. And obviously, the Norwegian does that. Savinho, there was no need for that, was there? There was no need for that. But bam, it's 3-1. We're looking relatively comfortable in this game now. Juventus haven't, touch wood, haven't caused us that many problems since they scored the goal. And even then, like, we caused the problem ourselves, and we've definitely looked the best team here. But bam, excellent play there from Haaland to find Savinho. Excellent feet from him. And who is that again? Nunes, all the way up the pitch, bursting forward. Plays his 1-2 with Savinho, gets it back, finds Vinders, who finds Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva to Rodri. Vinders to Rodri. And yeah, we've I've actually been impressed with this performance, to be fair. I think this has actually been a very good Haaland again, beautiful to find Rodri, but it's a good interception from the Juventus player there. But yeah, Haaland's been exceptional. Haaland has been exceptional since he's come on the pitch. Every time he's just there to touch the ball down. He's not giving the Juventus defenders an easy time trying to get to the second ball. That's an excellent tackle there. Was that from Aït-Nouri as well? Coming inside, winning the ball. We win the ball back again. That is something we're doing a lot. We're not getting caught in transition as much because we are just winning the ball back straight away. And it's not just Rodri and Vinders that's doing that. It's Aït-Nouri, it's Bernardo Silva. It was Marmoush before he came off. You know, everybody's getting stuck in. That being said, Bernardo Silva's legs have just completely given up on him there, and he's not been able to reach the ball. That wasn't even Bernardo Silva. That it was Bernardo Silva, I think. No, it was Ain't Nori. My bad, mate. This quality of this monitor, I need to sort that out because everyone looks the same, and it's not great. It's not great. It makes my analysis that much worse. But bam, here we are. Nunes hopefully can see this one out, or try pass it back to Edison. He will see it out. And Kostic looks a tad frustrated, and we've got a Juventus sub coming up. Well, we've got Haaland in the box now, and yeah, nah, it was well defended really. But I need to hire someone to be in control of my Twitter so I can put out tweets and watch the game at the same time. Because the amount of things I've missed is because I'm trying to put out a tweet, man. I need employees. So I invest in some employees. Like, it'd have to be dirt cheap. Like, I'm talking dirt cheap. Like, I'll pay you like 50 pence a day. But you can just say that you work for a YouTuber. Not a successful YouTuber, but a YouTuber nonetheless. We've got the ball again. Rodri. Vinders. The pass is intercepted. And Juventus friend to come forward here. But again, it's been broken up by Rodri. And that one definitely is a tackle. So that does go towards the bet. But Juventus have the ball back again. But that's an excellent tackle from Bernardo Silva. To push Juventus back just a little bit more. But then Thuram escapes the tackle from Bernardo Silva. Plays a wayward pass. But they're able to keep it in. And they're still coming forward with the ball here. They get a ball, ooh, and they've had a shot. Was that? I didn't even see who took that. Tell you what, you know, showing my concentration skills there. This Juventus shirt is actually beautiful. I might order one of these. That is actually an outstanding football kit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna order one of those. I'm gonna buy myself one of those. That thing's absolutely beautiful. Got nice pass from Edison all the way up to Haaland, who should win us a foul. Yeah, I was gonna say, is that not a foul? He's literally just like put his whole body weight through him, and that's actually quite a task to actually have to be able to put your whole body weight through Erling Haaland of all people. Did that go as an okay? So I need one more Rodri foul. I need one more Rodri tackle. I need one more Rodri shot on target for my bet to come in. Yeah, that's definitely a foul. 100% a foul. But that's the sort of thing that you wouldn't get given in the Premier League, though. 100%. Like, 100% there's a Premier League referee that would not give that as a foul. and that didn't look good. To be fair, that the way he landed did not look good, and I did not think he was going to be able to continue. And the way he's hobbling off also doesn't look good. But as long as they haven't had to get the stretcher out, he should be fine. Well, not fine, like, you know what I mean? Like, he shouldn't be out for too long, but that does not look good. That does not look good. Oh, seeing it close up, that's horrible. And then, but you know, we're an hour into the game now. We've got a throw in there. I didn't know Savinho had that tattoo. That's kind of a cold smiley face tattoo. It's not as good as Edison's, but it's a cold tattoo nonetheless. We've got Nunes on the throw in now. He finds Silva, then gets it back to Nunes. Well, Bernardo's on the floor. I was about to say, why is the game being stopped? But it's because Bernardo's on the floor. But I didn't actually see what happened. But I'm going to guess it was Thuram that committed the foul. What even happened? I'm guessing he just clipped his heel. Oh, yeah, that is going to hurt, to be fair, because he's definitely got a stud, like, right on the ankle. But we've got the ball back to St. Nori on the edge of the Juventus box. Is that going to be given as a foul? It is. Don't have my moosh on the pitch though, so I don't know who's going to take this one. I wouldn't mind Rodri taking it and just getting a nice little shot on target. I could do with that. Is it a foul? I think we're quite lucky to have that one go in our favour. Like, there's contact, but I don't know if that's enough to. I don't know if that's enough to warrant a foul. Who are we gonna? Is that Lloyd Kelly? I kind of forgot Lloyd Kelly played for Juventus. Fun fact: Lloyd Kelly used to go to the barbers that my brother gets his hair cut at. Got Bernardo now taking a free kick out to Doku, which is probably what I would do because he's just absolutely exceptional. That was not a great pass, shot even. It was not a great shot. He's still got the ball. Oh, it did go out for a throw in. I was going to say, if he kept that ball in, then this guy's not human and he's operating at Messi levels. But I would still say he's operating at Messi levels because he's been very, very, very good today. Very, very, very good. Does it go out or is it a foul? I don't know. All I know is we've now got the ball again on the other side of the pitch, and that is beautiful work from Nunes, who finds Rodri. Nunes has been so good today as well. I think the whole team has played very well, bar that moment of madness from your boy Edison. Like, I don't know, we've just played like we've pressed as a unit. Every time we've lost the ball high up the pitch, everybody has worked to get it back, and I just think this is what I need to be seeing from City more often, especially coming into like next season. Like, a lot of games last season, we just gave up on the game far too quickly, and that's not something we've done today. And now we find ourselves 3-1 up against a very decent side, a team that got the better of us last season in the Champions League. Is that one a foul? That one was a foul from Kalulu. Some of these I'm going to need to see that one close up, because some of these fouls we're getting are a bit questionable. I won't lie to you. Some of these are a bit questionable. Just a tad. Just a tad. It was Winders though, again being exceptional. I think if I was to so far rank the top 5 performances I've seen today, Doku, Nori, Winders, and Nunes, top 4, and then the 5th, I don't know, like it could go to anyone, but like the 4 best players on this pitch have definitely been Doku, Nori, Winders, and Mateus Nunes. Got Bernardo over the free kick again, crosses one in. That is atrocious from Bernardo. Bernardo's set pieces this game have actually been horrific. They've been absolutely honking. Absolutely honking. Not enjoyed it one bit. Not enjoyed it one bit. Oh, we've got Gundogan coming on. I hope that's for Bernardo, because I don't know if I can stomach watching them both on the same pitch. I don't want it to ruin this good Bernardo performance that I've watched. He's coming on for Rodri. But my bet does have the sub on option, which means if Gundogan commits a foul, tackles, or has a shot on target, my bet still comes in. And Foden's coming on as well. I'm gonna say that's for Bernardo. Please don't bring off Doku. Pep, don't ruin my day. I don't want to see number 11 go up on this board. Oh, number 11's going up on the board. Pep Guardiola, what are you thinking? Why are you cutting short this Doku classic? Why? We got Bernardo Silva now on the ball out wide. Tries to pass it to Foden, but is well read by the Juventus defence. And as they try to push out, City press them really well. But luckily for them anyway, they're able to bounce the ball off Bernardo Silva out for a goal kick. But again, the pressing and the intensity in the pressing is back in the City team. There were times last season where we tried to press, but players like Bernardo, Gundogan, Kovacic, De Bruyne, like some of the older players, just because they were all on the pitch at the same time, they just couldn't press at the intensity that they once were able to. And I'm glad that's something that's been addressed now. But Juventus are in, and that's an excellent save from Ederson. I was sure that was going to be 3-2. I'm not even 100%. I watched that whole passage of play. I'm not even 100% sure how Vlahovic ended up throwing goal, but that was a good save from Ederson to keep the game at 3-1. I thought the curse was going to happen. You know, where like last season when every time Pep would sub on Gundogan, we'd concede. I thought that was going to happen there, but nah, we're still cooking. We're still cooking. You got Savinho now out on the left and Foden out on the right. That is a foul by Vlahovic on Bernardo Silva. I think that was. It was Bernardo. Tell you what, Bernardo's been back to his old self, man. He's been absolutely everywhere, and hopefully, long may that continue. And I don't have to watch the Bernardo of last season. But let's see how that one went in. Akanji goes up for the header, misses it. And then the ball bounces off Weinders' head backwards. Vlahovic is then played through on goal. And Ederson is able to flick the ball up after Vlahovic has tried to push it past him. And then I think Bernardo's headed it back straight to him. We've got Haaland now. Beautiful touch by him. Beautiful cut inside by him. Foden was there. Foden scores. Savinho should have tapped that in himself. But Foden scores, so I don't care. That's my boy. That's my star boy right there. That is my star boy right there. That is my star boy right there. 2 goals for him in the Club World Cup. And it's 4-1 now. That was some exquisite play all round, really. So you look at it, Ederson goes long to Haaland again, which has worked time and time again. It's a beautiful touch by Haaland. He's able to cut inside from the right-hand side. Plays a beautiful pass to Foden, but Foden just isn't able to stretch enough to reach it. But then Savinho picks up on the loose ball, takes it round the keeper into Foden's path, who just taps it in to make it 4-1. And there we go. Super Phil Foden. Super Phil. And we got the Savinho assist. 4-1, and this has been a cracking performance from City. This has been a very, very, very good City performance. Very, very good. We've got Foden again. Now finds Reinders. Yeah, no, this has been a very comfortable City performance, and I'm very, very happy with it. The only thing I need to see now is Oscar Bob come on the pitch. Oh, and Gonzalez. I want to see Gonzalez. Oh, and because Bernardo's still on, we can still bring on Shirtschi as well. So, you know, I kind of want to see them all come on. But yeah, Foden scoring is good. I kind of wish he scored off the original attempt and not the goal that he scored, because it was a bit of a pity goal to give Foden from Savinho. I kind of wish he did score from the Haaland pass, because it would have been a beautiful assist for Haaland, given like everything he did in the lead up to that. But nonetheless, it's 4-1. Field goal. Can't really complain. We got Kanji on the ball now. Finds Aït-Nouri. I want to see how Aït-Nouri can link up with Savinho if he's on the same wavelength as him as he like was with Doku. So I'm going to be very interested to see that. But you know, you've got Bernard Silva picks up the ball. He's going to go to a Kanji. And then Kanji's going to try go long, I think. No, he doesn't. He goes back to Diaz, who then finds Aït-Nouri, who then goes back to Ederson. So we've got 71 minutes on the clock. City are 4-1 up. This should see us top our group. Which I do think Real Madrid is still second in their group, which means we will play Real Madrid, which I really do not want to do. Although I would love to see Doku cook Trent again, but at the same time I don't want to play against Real Madrid, because I actually have Real Madrid fatigue. That's a beautiful ball from Foden. No, it's not. I spoke too soon. I'm sorry for everyone I just lied to. That was not a beautiful ball from Foden. Haaland, great pressing, excellent pressing, because it's now Nunes again, just running. He's just not stopped running, bro. He actually is the reincarnation of like 2018 Bernardo Silva. We've got O'Reilly coming on. Is that Shirtschi behind him? Yes, it is. So I'm seeing one Nico come on at least. Got Foden now, who finds Aït-Nouri, who finds Foden. Foden keeps going. He's going to find Nunes, who then finds Bernardo Silva. He finds Nunes again, who then finds Haaland with a beautiful dummy from Gundogan, and it's Haaland again, and that should go out for a corner, I do believe. Has Gundogan made a tackle yet? No. Has he committed a foul yet? No. And he's not had a shot on target. A Gundogan shot on target. Give Gundogan a free kick. And just like straight into the goalkeeper's hands. I'm not too fussed, but yeah, we've got Haaland on now, and obviously O'Reilly's about to come on now, so we could actually cause a problem from the corners. Unfortunately, it does mean Aït-Nouri's coming off, who I think has been one of our best players. But can you really complain when you've got a player of O'Reilly's ability coming on? No, you can't. Bernardo comes off for Shirtschi, so we do get to see Shirtschi play. Hopefully he's straight on this corner. But then again, we got Phil on, so I don't really know. But yeah, I'm happy with this. I'll probably say in a few minutes' time, take off Savinho for Bob, and then all's good in the world. I think all would be good in the world. I think. Oh wait, no. Have we used all? No, no. Wait, we've used all. We've all used all 5 of our subs now. That's peak. We've used all 5. I only just realised we used it because I forgot Haaland came off the bench. That's a good cross in. Haaland, big, good save. Good save. Shot. No way. What a fin. What a finish from Savinho. Oh my word. Oh my. That is a. That is a belt. That is a belter of a finish. So it's now 5-1 to City. This is exceptional, and this goal is absolutely exceptional from Savinho. Like from first glance, it was good, but I need to see this again. So the corner comes in. It's it's cleared out. The cross comes straight back in. It's very like pinball in the box, and it comes out first time. Savinho, bam, off the crossbar and in. But I need to see, like, I know it wasn't right in the corner, but I don't know if that ball goes as centrally as I thought it did. No, that's an outrageous goal. That is an outrageous goal. Did that take a deflection? I need a better angle to see if that took a deflection. I don't know. But that's an outrageous finish. That was an outrageous finish. We got another call in, bro. Mate, you might as well just call the game now. 5-1, like, it's not getting better than this. It is not getting better than this. I'm actually glad that I tuned into this game now. I'm very much glad that I did not miss this game, because this has been, like, that first 10 minutes was rough. Other than obviously the Doku goal, that first like 15 minutes was rough. But ever since then, like, they've not had a sniff. Other than that one Vlahovic chance, which Edison snapped up, they have not had a chance. Not had a chance at all. Not had a chance at all. Come on, let's see this goal again, so I can actually see if it takes a deflection. No, it doesn't. That's outrageous. That's outrageous. It's good to see both him and Doku on the score sheet. And he's got an assist as well. So yeah, good performance from Savinho. Exceptional performance from Doku. Foden on the score sheet, Haaland on the score sheet. You couldn't really ask for much more, could you? You really couldn't. And we've got like just over 12 minutes left of the game. As long as we don't see an injury to any of our key players now, life should be good. Life should be good. Sad not to see any Oscar Bob minutes, but hopefully in the round of 16, he'll get his chance to shine. That being said, Juventus are in. Is Diaz going to be able to catch up with him? He is. He puts a foot in. Vlahovic still has the ball, and then the shot comes off, and it is not great from Yildiz, and it goes over for a goal kick. Yeah. So I as I just said, they haven't had a sniff since that chance. Vlahovic finds himself in behind one-on-one with Diaz. Diaz actually shows some good recovery pace for once. Usually in those situations, he just gets absolutely burned, but nah, he recovered well, was able to jockey, and then, ends up with a goal kick. It's all fine, but we've got Edison, who finds, that looks to be Churchy. Goes long to Haaland, misses him, goes over his head, and it is a Juventus ball. Press is still good, even late on, as we're now approaching the 80th minute. The press is still good from City. We haven't let up, and we haven't got complacent. Like, the only time we got complacent again is like when we were 1-0 up, but we're now 5-1 up, and we're still chasing down every loose ball, pressing every Juventus touch, and just trying to force them into mistakes to get more and more goals. And that's what you can ask for. It does look like my bet's not going to come in though, which is relatively disappointing. I say relatively is very disappointing. But yeah, Juventus still have the ball. They're trying to come forward. and they are going to come forward now because Foden's missed the interception. Excellent tackle from Nunes. Is he going to get to the second ball? No, but he's able to force him wide. He does commit the foul. Oh no, he won the throw. It wasn't a foul. Lloyd Kelly fell to the floor way too easily. And it will be a City throw-in, which is what you like to see. Got the ball again. This is Gundogan. Finds a Kanji. Back to Gundogan. No, we're just playing it in triangles now, just trying to waste time, kill off the game. Yeah, no, very calm, composed stuff. Not really letting Juventus cause us a problem. They're not really trying to push for the ball. You know, I think they're just trying to catch us on the break and make the scoreline a bit more flattering, as you would really in their position with just 9 minutes left. But it's been a great performance for City. Again, I still think man of the match for me is got to be Doku. He was just absolutely exceptional for the 60 odd minutes he was on the pitch. But most players have been good. But now you got Foden, who finds Churchy, who can run into puts in a brilliant. Well, no, not brilliant cross. It looked to be a good cross, but then it missed Haaland, and Savinho wasn't able to keep it in. So it went from a very good cross to just a decent cross, as to be the case most times you put in a cross. Then let's look to make a sub as we reach the 82nd minute of the match, and Weston McKennie is coming off. We've got another City corner here. It looks to be Churchy stood over this one. Cross comes in, instantly cleared. Back out. No, it's Churchy. It was Gundogan actually stood on the corner. My apologies. Churchy finds the ball to Haaland, takes a decent touch. Akanji misses it, and Juventus should be able to get the ball clear here. But we are still pressing very tirelessly. And Thuram almost takes a loose touch out of play after being pressed by Nunes, but I think they've won a free kick here, which they have, yes. But yeah, let me know your guys' man of the match. Mine's 100%, like I said, Doku. 8 Nori, Savinho. Savinho picked it up in the second half, but I think 8 Nori, Finders, Nunes, all been exceptional, really. Pretty much everyone's been good. Even Edison, like, he's made some decent saves and decent contributions since making that howler, but like, the howler is still a tad unforgivable because it was under no pressure whatsoever. Like, Vlahovic was there, but he wasn't pressing him. That's a good pass. Vlahovic in. Vlahovic scores. And is that 5-2 or is that offside? So yeah, as I'm complimenting Edison, we go and concede. There isn't really too much he can do about this. Let me just watch to make sure he is onside. I think he was onside. Yeah, he was onside. Akanji plays him onside. O'Reilly, like, Akanji's playing him onside, so O'Reilly can't pick him up. And then, in the position he's in, that, like, it would be very unforgivable for him to miss from there. So yeah, Akanji definitely could have done better to hold the line. O'Reilly should have been aware of where his man was. And there's not really much Edison can do. From that range, you tip the goalkeeper, the striker to score, especially a striker of Vlahovic's ability. But yeah, that does look to be 5-2. With just 5 minutes left. So hopefully a comeback's not on. Again, like I said with City, anything's possible. So Juventus could come back from here and win the game. Because that would just be City luck, wouldn't it? That would just be City luck. Boom, here comes Shirchi. Down the right hand side. Is he just gonna slow the game down and try to take it to the corner? No. He's gonna bring out the party tricks, which even get a round of applause from Mateus Nunes, who is the man that he ends up picking the pass to. Now it's Nunes' turn to pull out all the tricks, and he gets fouled and wins us a free kick. With just 5 minutes of normal time on the clock. Boom, here's Nico O'Reilly. Finds Savinho, who finds Shirchi. Yeah, this looks to be it now with just 4 minutes of normal time to play. I can't imagine there's going to be too much time added on. We're now just trying to just keep the ball after our little hiccup, which led to Vlahovic getting his goal. O'Reilly now comes forward, looks to try big across, doesn't. Instead decides to just pass it short to Gundogan, who now finds Shirchi, who finds Weinders. Shirchi's ended up on the floor somehow, and I'm not even really too sure how. But Juventus tried to come away with the ball, but it was intercepted by Diaz, and we once again have the ball. Approaching the Juventus box. Now it's Foden, who passes it to Haaland, who still kind of has the ball, who then finds Savinho, who's going to recycle the ball back to Gundogan, who finds Akanji, who finds Gundogan again. 87 minutes have been played now, and again, City are just trying to see this one out. Got Diaz, Gundogan, Shirchi, who turns, now wanting to face goal, finds Haaland. Tell you what, Haaland's not used to having this many quick balls flung at his feet. You can tell he's getting shocked every time one of these is pinged to him by Foden or Shirchi. Kanji just missed the ball there. Luckily, there was no one running in behind. And he now gets the ball off to O'Reilly, who finds Akanji again. And this looks to be it, really. This looks to be the end. Now it's Foden. Takes a decent touch. Oh, we've got a Mexican wave going on. How exciting. How exciting. How exciting. We've got Nico O'Reilly now. 88 minutes have been played now. We've literally got a minute and a half of normal time left, and City is still just passing it around the back, making sure Juventus don't get another goal. And you know, it's been a respectable performance from City. Been very, very good. Again, both of Juventus's goals were our own fault, and were lapses in judgment. That being said, it was an excellent ball to find Vlahovic, who was obviously being played onside by Akanji, and it was a good finish from him. Not the best finish from a Juventus player today. That one definitely goes down to Kalulu for Man City's second goal. But yeah, it's been a good performance from City today. But it's Foden now running forward into space. Does get pickpocketed, and Juventus do have the ball now with Thuram. But they don't make it that far up the pitch because Diaz puts a stop to it, and it now goes out for a corner, throw-in even, my bad. We've just like 30 seconds of normal time to play now, and again, I can only imagine there's going to be 1 or 2 minutes added on because there's not really much for Juventus to play for here. They're going to finish the group second, we're going to finish top, and we will play whoever loses out of Salzburg and Real Madrid. So I kind of need a big Real Madrid win. Here's Shirtsy on the edge of the Juventus box. He still got it. He still somehow got the ball. There were definitely two times there where he should have lost it. He still got it, and now it's Winders, and now it's Shirtsy again. He finds Nunes. Literally 4 seconds of normal time still to play, and it's now Winders who now approaches the Juventus box, and you've got 3 minutes of added time as Winders gives away a free kick to Juventus. I may as well just stop the clock now. Nunes. O'Reilly. Shirtsy again. Tries to find Foden, but it's very well intercepted. But City get the ball back again with Nunes picking up the loose ball as Juventus try to clear it. Now it's Foden. Foden finds Shirtsy, who finds Nunes, who finds Akanji, who finds Diaz. For 2 minutes, a minimum of 2 minutes to play of this game, it is still 5-2 to Manchester City, which Foden now picks up the ball, tries to find Haaland, but again the pass is intercepted. And Haaland wins it back, who finds Shirtsy, and it's a good save. Poor shot from Shirtsy. That should have been 6. But it was a very, very tame shot right at the goalkeeper, and Juventus now tried to come forward, but I think it's put out for a throw-in by Matheus Nunes. Yeah, very good work from Haaland. Yeah, Shirtsy should be finding the far left corner of that one, but instead puts it straight at the goalkeeper, and the keeper makes a very, very routine save. They're now just showing the VAR graphic to show that Vlahovic was onside. I'd say that's a few minutes too late, but hey ho. Juventus switched the ball now with just 1 minute and 10 seconds to play of this game. They come forward, they find themselves in the box, but Akanji intercepts the ball and tries to clear it, but it just finds Kalulu on the edge of the City box, who finds Thuram, but he couldn't find the ball into the box, and it is swept up by Nunes. As we come into the last 50 seconds of this match, Shirtsy tries to bring the ball up for City, but I think he's just going to take the sting out of it and just keep the hold of the ball down the right flank. Passes it back to Nunes, who finds Ederson, and this should be it really. 30 seconds left to play. Akanji finds Winders. There's the creak in my chair again. And he finds Gundogan. He finds Savinho. Who finds Winders. Who finds Diaz. He can find Foden, and Foden could turn here, but no, it's to Nunes. Who finds Winders again. Who's going to go out wide to Savinho? No, he's not. He's going to go short to Nico O'Reilly. And that is it. That is the game over. Full time, Manchester City 5, Juventus 2. Oh, and what a game. What a game that was. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for everyone that tuned in. And I will hopefully be doing a watch long for the round of 16. But I don't know. I might be at work. But if I'm not